In honor of World Ocean Day, which is June 8th, I'm going to show you how to make an ocean aquarium craft. You'll need a box to make your aquarium. I used this shipping box from a package I got, but a cereal box works great as well. Then we'll use some art supplies and bits and pieces you probably have around your house to make an aquarium like this. First, cut an opening in one side of your box. You might need a grown-up to help with this, especially if your box is thick. Then make the watery background for your aquarium. I used some paper and watercolors to make my background. You can use whatever art materials you have, like construction paper or markers or crayons. I used lots of shades of blues and greens and even a little bit of purple to make my background. Now that we have water for our aquarium, let's add some plants and creatures. These might look like plants or flowers, but they're actually animals called anemones. These anemones are in an aquarium in the insectarium at the St. Louis Zoo. You can make an anemone out of some strips of paper and sections of a paper towel or toilet paper tube. Stack your strips of paper together and then cut slits in one side, kind of like a fringe. Once you've cut slits all the way down your paper strips, curl them up so that they fit inside your toilet paper tube. Then spread out the bits of paper so that they look more like the tentacles of an anemone. Anemones use their tentacles to sting and catch fish that swim by so they can eat them. Can you think of another ocean animal that has stinging tentacles? Jellyfish do. These are some moon jellies from our children's zoo. The jellyfish in this picture reminded me of buttons, so I used buttons, yarn, and thread to make jellyfish for my aquarium. But if you don't have those, I bet you could come up with some cool ideas for making your own jellyfish. I put a piece of thread through one hole of the button and then laid across my bits of yarn. Then I put the thread through the other hole and tied a knot on the other side. Here's another animal from the aquarium in the insectarium. It's called a sea urchin. I used a ball of clay and some little wooden picks to make my sea urchin. To make fish for my aquarium, I just drew some on some paper, colored them in, and cut them out. I also wanted to add a stingray like we have at the zoo because they're one of my favorite animals. Did you know that the stingrays at the zoo have their stingers clipped so that they can't sting? It doesn't hurt them. It's a lot like having your nails trimmed. Some of the creatures in your aquarium will need plants or coral as food and hiding places, so you can make those out of paper or pipe cleaners. Coral might also look like plants or rocks, but it's actually groups or colonies of tiny living animals. Once you have all the parts of your aquarium made, you can put it together. Just tape or glue your pieces to the background or the bottom of your aquarium, or you could use string to hang them from the top. Oceans are beautiful and interesting, but they're also a really important part of our world. Even if you don't live near an ocean, you can help keep oceans healthy. One way to help the oceans is to use less plastic, since a lot of our plastic trash ends up in the ocean. The St. Louis Zoo has a program called Buy to Bags. Your family can help by using reusable shopping bags instead of plastic ones. If the store doesn't allow reusable bags right now, you can always ask the bagger to just put your groceries in the cart, and then you can put them in the bag yourself.